Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are safe. And today what we are going to see is upgradation of Cloud Pak for integration capabilities. AppConnect Enterprise and MQ, please make a note. We are just going to see how can we upgrade ACE and MQ running on Cloud Pak for integration in dev environment. Please do not consider this article for production on UAT and staging, etc. So it is applicable only for dev and sandbox, and we are not forcing you to do this. This could be considered only just for a reference. And the version that we considered as a source version is 2021.1.1, which was released sometime in first quarter 21, and 2021.2.1 was released sometime in June 25th, last week of June. So with this, let us move forward. So let's talk about my current environment. My current environment is running on IBM Cloud, and I have Red Hat OpenShift version 4.6, and I have used EFK logging stack, which comes out of the box with the Red Hat. And I have common services. Now it has been called as a foundational services. I have metering and monitoring stack also provisioned. On top of that, I have installed the components of Cloud Pak for integration with the platform navigator, AppConnect Enterprise dashboard, integration server workloads, and MQ. And as of now, I wanted to part the other components. Maybe we can see other components migration in later articles. So with this, how do we proceed? So before we get into the technical part of it, I just wanted to talk about the process that I have identified. Again, this is only for reference. Okay. So as per the requirement, you need to ensure Red Hat OpenShift version 4.6 or 4.7. That's a step one. So in my case, I already have 4.6, so I'm not going to put any action on that. So no action required from this particular version. So if it is less than 4.6, please follow the OpenShift Red Hat OpenShift version upgrade documentation to upgrade from lower version to 4.6 or 4.7. Then the second step is upgrading the common services. Then step 3, though I have mentioned as a step 3, as of now I don't want to put in any specific action because it has a sandbox and dev, so I just wanted to ignore at this point of time. But there are documentation available. You can refer that and do the upgradation of metering stack and monitoring stack. And EFK, no action required because it is from Red Hat OpenShift out of the box component. And 2021.1.1 is the current version. I have a platform navigator, which is going to be a step 4. I need to upgrade platform navigator before I go to my capabilities. Then you need to ensure AppConnect dashboard, which is the next step that you need to complete. Then to the integration server, which is considered to be a step 5b. Then moving on to MQ. So this is the process that you may need to follow for you to upgrade ACE and MQ in dev or sandbox environment. So with this, let us move forward. As I said, if you look at the Cloud Pak for integration 2021.2 documentation, they have clearly given the steps, common services, Red Hat OpenShift. If you can follow this, but we are not, I'm going to ignore logging, metering, and monitoring and all as I mentioned. So let me take you to my CP4I environment running on OpenShift. The current version that I have is 4.6. So I can comfortably go for an upgrade of the components ACE and MQ, and I have a namespace named as CP4I, and I have already installed the older version of Platform Navigator, IBM App Connect, and MQ. So if I log into my Platform Navigator, this is the current workloads and components or capabilities that is currently running. If you log into App Connect dashboard, I have some toolkit based workflow message flow already been deployed under integration server, and I have in authoring environment I have some simple API based workflows running, and I also have an MQ. So with this, let us see how we can upgrade the Cloud Pak for integration. As I said, common services. So before I start doing it, I was trying to install the older version of App Connect. For somehow, I got the Cloud Pak Foundational Services 3.x. So if you look at the documentation, the common services version is required is 3.7.x or later. Okay, and when I try to downgrade, I was trying to choose the older one. If I open up the subscription, as of now it shows version 3 stable one. Though I have mentioned manual, I did not have a choice to upgrade it. So don't get bogged down with this particular thing. For you to upgrade, you need to come to the subscription and click on the channel, and then you need to look out for version v3 as per the documentation. If you scroll down, it clearly says you need to choose the channel stable v1 or v3. So for you to upgrade, you need to click on this channel and choose this v3, which is already there. So I don't want to change it. It is already upgraded. Now, as per the documentation, step 2, which is not in your case, you need to upgrade it. Then I'm going to ignore metering and monitoring. Let us come back to Platform Navigator. In Platform Navigator, go to the operator, search for Platform Navigator, open up, go to the subscription. In my case it is manual. Wait for this particular channel to be enabled. So click on the channel. So now if you look at the documentation, platform upgrading Platform Navigator interface, you need to choose version 5.0. So let me choose 5.0. In my case it is manual. So if you go to the requires approval, so I'm going to approve that. So let's wait for the operator to get upgraded. So now 5.0 is getting installed. So now 5.0 has successfully installed. So what is next? So if you look at it, the instance that I have already created, just to ensure, click on the Platform Navigator. Under the Platform Navigator, you will see the instance that is already running. Open that. You will see the version that we had was 2021.1, which is the older version. So now how can we upgrade it to the newer version? Okay, so let's see how to do that. Okay, just to double check whether the newly installed operator will it reconcile it to the newer version. Just to double check, go to the installed operator, under Cloud Pak Navigator, create Platform Navigator. You can see, so the new operator will install this 2.1.1 But we are not going to create a new instance. Instead, we are going to upgrade the existing one. So for that, go back to the instance that is already existing in this. Open up the YAML and say edit platform navigator. We have to make two changes. One is the version, other one is licenses. But if you get to see this and the object has been updated, reload to see the new version. So reload it, make it 2, and then I'll copy it, and then I'll tell you what changes I made. So now it has changed, but to your confusion, right, what is the changes I have made? Two changes I have made. One is the version, other one is the license. From where I can get the license, right? So if you go to the Cloud Pak documentation under licensing, you will see this IBM Cloud Pak for integration 2021.2.1, and this is the license. Okay, let's go back and check whether the workload is getting changed or not. See, platform navigator operator, I mean this is upgraded a minute ago, right? This is the platform navigator deployment view. So let's wait, because once this is done, there'll be a change in the UI. So I'm going to log into the platform navigator. So what you're seeing is the new version of platform navigator. They have introduced a lot of changes, but if you look at it, you may not see much changes, like from the UI perspective. So just to ensure, are we having a right version installed? Coming back to the operator, platform navigator. So now if you look at it, it reconciled to new version. Okay, so this is very important. So if it is the older one, then it has not been upgraded, and you can increase the pod and all, but we are not going to do that. The resources that specific to this custom resources are all upgraded now, if you look at it, right? So in fact the deployment is also upgraded at the same time, and route is also changed, hence we are seeing the new one. So what we have done is we have upgraded the platform navigator. Then we need to upgrade the dashboard. Let us see how to do that. So if you look at it, dashboard is nothing but another component, another custom resources under App Connect Enterprise, where it provides a single window view of your integration servers and applications, right? So how do we upgrade that? Let's go back to our installed operator under App Connect. This has to be upgraded. The IBM App Connect operator has to be upgraded. How do we do that? So in this case, open up, go to the subscription, edit the channel, and you choose version 1.5. Say save. Just because it is manual, I need to provide approval. So just say approve. Now coming back to the installed operator and wait for the new operator. 1.5 is getting installed. Once this is installed, this will be removed. Let's wait. So now the new version of operator is installed. You have to wait for at least close to minute and a half, because it has to install the new one and then tell the old one, just to verify. If you look at it, this is the IBM App Connect operator, which is upgraded a minute ago. Now let us see how we can upgrade the dashboard and the designer. Okay, for that, go to Platform Navigator. That's the easiest way. Click on the integration capabilities. Now you see you have EA's dashboard instances running, and type is integration dashboard, and this is the integration design. This is the design authoring. Can you see there is a warning, which means channel is upgraded, right? And I may need to change the licenses. My channel resolved to this, the compatible version is this. So there are some discrepancies. The easiest way is change version. So take a look at it. The moment you do so with this operator, current version that one that I'm currently running is this, and the latest version is this. So I will move on to the latest version. Okay, so the moment you do so, automatically this changes the licenses, and say accept. Okay, take a look at it. So upgrade the version and then accept the licenses. You remember in Platform Navigator also we did it. Here in the integration capabilities, the UI they have provided, you can upgrade to the version. So I was in 11.x. Now I just wanted to go to 12.1, which is the newer version, and accept the license. Say change version. Let's wait for it. So now it's so fast, it's ready to be used, and it has been upgraded. While this is running, take a look at, is there any changes on the backend? See, now the ACE dashboard, less than a minute ago, it is getting changed. Okay, so now ACE dashboard is ready to use. Now coming back to the designer, so currently what you're using is this. Let us upgrade, change version. I want to stick to the latest one which was launched, and designer, it says you have selected a channel. This means that automatic update is on. I doubt. Let's wait for it. So I just did a refresh, screen refresh. It took some time for it to pick up. So change version, choose, automatically this came. So I didn't do anything, just refresh the screen. So change the version, accepted the license, and say click on the change version. So now ACE Dashboard and ACE Designer will be upgraded, so which is too cool, and you can do it very easily. Okay, now what we have done is we have upgraded ACE Dashboard, and another one is ACE Designer under step 5a. So now think about integration server workloads, which is nothing but uh, the bar file that is deployed inside the integration server, right? So let me launch the ACE dashboard, because already I have a one integration server running. How do we upgrade that? Okay, so in the ACE dashboard, you can see already I have two integration, one integration server is running. So when I opened it, sorry for the inconvenience. While I was recording, for some reasons I have forgotten to resume my recording. Eventually, the way we upgrade the integration server workload is by clicking on this. It was 11.0.0.11 before. Okay, so after I upgraded it, then I realized I have not recorded it. So just to show you, the same integration flow was 11.0.0.11. So the way you upgrade, assuming this is the older version, again change version, right? The moment you do that, similar look and feel will come. You need to choose the version that you want to upgrade, right? Say for example, in this case, just because it is already the newer one, it will not show you the new one. Assuming if you want to change the version to 11.0, then it will show you the licenses applicable for that chosen version. The same thing, the way we did it for dashboard and designer. So just because I missed recording it, so I'm just telling, so all you need to do is choose the new version. In that case, the moment you choose the new version, it will show you this. So accept it, and then change version it. The moment you do so, it will upgrade it. So here it is upgrading from the same version to same version, but in general, if it is a older version, automatically it will upgrade the version from older version to new version. So what we have seen, there is a consistent way of upgrading the integration components, be it designer, be it dashboard, be it integration server. So what we have seen is the easiest seamless way and the consistent way of upgrading it. Isn't that cool? So this is the way we can achieve upgradation of ACE dashboard integration workloads and designers, right? Let's see how we can go for MQ. Though there is not much changes in this particular version, maybe we can see, can we upgrade the operator to new version, and will that open up the room for us to open up the MQ version also. Going back to the installed operator, open up, which is 1.4, open up MQ, go to subscription, click on the channel, edit the channel, and move on to new operator and save it. Just because it is manual, this require approval. I'm approving it. Hence, there'll be a change in MQ operator. So now MQ operator is being upgraded. So now it is up and running. So now again, going back to navigator, and click, this time we need to click on integration runtimes, right? Open up in a new tab. So under integration runtime, you get to see the messages running, and we don't have any new updates available for this, so we are good. And just to ensure change version again, it uses the similar pattern, so maybe you can ignore this as we don't have anything to be updated as of now. Okay, so with this I would like to summarize and conclude the session by saying there is a seamless and easiest way to upgrade ACE and MQ component on CloudPath for integration in dev environment. Please make a note, in dev environment. So thank you very much for taking your time out and looking at the session, and I wish you a very good day and stay safe. Thank you.